works, right?
That is totally awesome. Welcome to glennzb TV, and that's the best beginning of it ever. That thing, you can't even read it anyway. I don't even know why he does that, and now you definitely can't read it given that Alan has ripped it to pieces. That's how much he cares about my Facebook page, but you can find it anyway. It's just facebook.com/glennzb. It's not difficult. Anyway, welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your TV and has scant regard for pieces of paper, obviously. But this one here, David Cameron, bombed! I know, you would have thought that you would have heard about that story today, right? Well, I'm bringing it to you. When I say bombed, I mean photobombed, of course. This is him at the Team GB parade that they had in England overnight. And here's a member of Team GB just sort of mugging it up there with David Cameron. Good times, eh? And of course, this happened not once but twice because here he is being bombed by Boris as well. Look at that. Oh, no. That's made him look silly, isn't it? Any photo taken with that guy is going to make you look ridiculous. You were worried that when I said Boris, I was talking about this Boris from the telecom ads again, right? Well, he is going to photobomb David Cameron, but it's going to take him some time to get there, so I'll keep you informed when that happens. Right, we've got the New Zealand Herald, day 2. Because I couldn't find it yesterday because it's so compact. But today I very carefully snuck it in between a couple of topics there, so I knew I'd have it exactly to hand. And damn it! I've lost it again! Damn you, Compact Herald! You're so compact! Tomorrow, okay? Definitely tomorrow. I will have the Compact Herald for you. I'll sticky tape it to me or something, alright? And I'll bring an electron microscope in and we'll find it somehow. Alright. God, death is funny, isn't it? Yes, it is, because today we had the story of the man falling out of the aeroplane. What about this are you not finding funny? I'll read you the story. Here we go. Stowaway plunges to death from plane in residential street under Heathrow flight path. See, it's getting slightly funnier, isn't it? Wait, there's more. Annie Williams, 47, a resident, said, "I heard a monstrous bang. I thought someone had been hit by a car. There were 2 fellows going to church, and they said, there's a dead body in the street." Residents also spoke of body parts being strewn over a 30-yard area and pools of blood. I know, this is the best story ever, right? I heard someone outside and looked out of the window at about 8:30, and the first thing I saw was this body across the road. Bits of his body were everywhere, and the police were putting their cones by them. Good job, police, because you don't want unconed body parts. That's a big no-no, of course. Now, interestingly, the guy from the Civil Aviation Authority is called Richard Taylor, and I thought maybe it's all just special effects, but I think it might be a different one. He says that their chances of surviving the flight in the first place would have been slim, so don't worry, he was already dead before he fell out of the airplane, more than likely. More than likely they would be crushed when the landing gear retracted. Yeah, just picture that in your heads now. Come on, this is so funny. And he added that even if someone had survived the takeoff without specialist Arctic clothing, there was no chance of surviving the low temperatures. It gets like minus 40 degrees when you're up there in the landing gear. So he said, "I don't know of anyone who has survived being stowed away on a long-haul flight, and it's surprising that so many people still try." So, yeah, if you're out there and you're planning to stow away on a long-haul flight in the landing gear, don't do it, because you'll probably just end up falling out in a residential street on the Heathrow flight path. Just a quick personal thing. It's 40 minutes too long for an interval when you go and see your kids singing in a Kids for Kids charity concert. If the interval is actually longer than either of the halves of the concert, is that too long? I think it is, Kids for Kids. Can you organise that differently next year, please? The guy is coming out of the snow cave today. This is Blair Whitaker. This is the guy who was raising money for rescue dogs up the mountain, and he spent a month in a snow cave. Not quite sure. We were wondering why you would really ever want to do that. He seemed quite keen on the idea. We all wanted to go and live in a cave, but a snow cave, really? Because I get enough condensation just at this time of year in my house. That's dripping walls all the time, really, isn't it? Especially if you're cooking too much. You probably get not so good with the appliances. They're all going to be working on the fritz. But then I thought, what's the one advantage of living in a snow cave? And I looked into the story a little bit further, and I discovered that Mr. Whittaker is originally from the Waikato. And you know what that means. I understand his logic perfectly. He was thinking, this is one way I will always be able to keep my beers cold by living in a snow cave. So that's where he was coming from there, and I applaud him for that. So Blair Whittaker, bravo. I am Glenn ZB. That has been Glenn ZB TV, and thank you for having Glenn ZB in your tally.